Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Innal hamdalillah nahmaduhu wa nasta'inu wa nastaghfiruh wa na'udzu billahi min shururi anfusina wa min sayyiati a'malina may yahdihillahu fala mudhillalah wa may yudlil fala hadiyalah. Asyhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la syarikalah wa asyhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. Ya ayyuhalladzina amanu taqullaha haqqa tuqatih wa la tamutunna illa wa antum muslimun. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to recite the verses of Allah according to that Allah is one God. The proof that Allah is one God. First, before Allah create something, Allah is in Amma. Amma means that there is no air in the lower side of Him and there is no air in the upper side of Him. So there is nothing except God. He is the most substantial, the most great, because He is not material. Second, Allah created water and earth or the throne and put the throne upon the water. You have to know what is the water and what is the throne. The water is the cloud consists air, and the throne is the sky that encompasses the water. Third, Allah created the heavens and the earth in 6 periods. The process of this creation was by the explosion of water. Then it became hot dust or dukan, and the dust or dukan was turning and forming planets with variation in shape, size, and color, and the planet became galaxies. In Surah Hud, verses 7. Waladhi khalaqa samawati wal ardo fi sittati ayyam wa kana arshuhu 'alal ma'i. So Allah has created the heaven and the earth in 6 periods, and it became 7 heaven, as mentioned in Surah Al-Mulk verses 3. Alladhina khalaqa sab'a samawati tibaqo ma tara fi khalqir rahmani min tafawut farji'il basara hal tara min futur. Who created 7 heavens in layers? Do you not see in the creation of the most merciful any inconsistency? So return your vision to the sky. Do you see any bricks? Allah created this heaven without pillars, as you see, as mentioned in Surah Ar-Rod verses 2. It is Allah who created the heavens without pillars that you see. Then He established Himself above the throne and made subject to the sun and the moon, each running its course for specified time. He rearranges its matter. He detailed the sign that you may of the meeting with your Lord be certain. Allah created the heaven without pillars. So what is holding the 7 heavens? The answer is the throne of Allah, because the throne of Allah is the sky that more wide than the universe. And what is holding the throne of Allah? Of course, which holding the throne of Allah is Allah Himself, because the throne is within Himself. That is the reason that Allah is one God. He is the powerful and the great. There is no deity able to hold the universe except Allah, and no deity can create the universe except Allah. He is the creator of everything. And Allah makes statement in Surah Al-Ikhlas. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Qul huwa Allahu ahad. Say, He is Allah who is one. Allahu Samad. Allah, the eternal refuge. Lam yalid wa lam yulad. He neither begat nor is born. Walam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad. Nor is there to him any equivalent. There are the verses of Allah that explain about Allah, that Allah is one God. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope this recitation of these verses will be benefit for us. So, we are now certain of the meeting with our Lord. That is His mercy, which is located in the earth of Sidratul Muntaha. It will be inherited to the righteous, as mentioned in Al-Quran, in Surah Al-Insan, verses 20. When you look there in paradise, you will see pleasure and great dominion. In Surah Al-Jumar, verses 20, but those who have feared their Lord, for them are chambers, above them chambers built high, beneath which rivers flow. This is the promise of Allah. Allah does not fail in His promise. In Surah Muhammad, verses 15, is the description of paradise, which the righteous are promised, wherein are rivers unaltered, rivers of milk, the taste of which never changes, rivers of wine delicious to those who drink, and rivers of purified honey. In paradise, they will have from all kind of fruit, and forgiven from their Lord, like those who abide eternally in the fire, and given to drink scalding water that will sever their intestine. No, it's different. Now we back to Surah Ar-Rahman, verses 2. It is Allah who erected the heaven without pillars that you see. Then He established Himself above the throne and subject to the sun and the moon, each running its course for specified time. He arranged its matter. He detailed the sign that you may of the meeting with your Lord be certain. He detailed the sign that you may of the meeting with your Lord. The meeting with your Lord means meeting with the ascendant, that is the pleasure and the great kingdom, which will be inherited to the righteous people. The meeting with the intimate means meeting with Himself. It is impossible because Allah established above the throne, and above the throne there is no living. And for the wrongdoers, they will meet their Lord, mean meeting with the ascendant, that is hell. So, people must establish prayer for getting the forgiveness from their Lord and the garden of perpetual residence, as mentioned in Al-Quran. In Surah Al-Hadid, verses 21, race toward forgiveness from your Lord, and a garden whose white is like the white of the heaven and the earth. Prepare for those who believe in Allah and His messengers. That is the bounty of Allah, which He gives to whom He will. And Allah is the possessor of great bounty. In Surah Al-Imran, verses 133, and hasten to forgiveness from your Lord, and a garden as white as the heaven and the earth. Prepare for the righteous. In Surah Al-Imran, verses 134, who spend in the way of Allah during easy and hardship, and who restrain anger, and who pardon the people, and Allah loves the doer of good. In Surah Al-Imran, verses 135, and those who, when they commit an immorality or wrong themselves by transgression, remember Allah and seek forgiveness from their sins, and who can forgive sin except Allah, and who do not persist in what they have done while they know. In Surah Al-Imran, verses 136, those their reward forgiveness from their Lord, and garden beneath which river flow in paradise, wherein they will abide eternally, and excellent is the reward of the righteous worker. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the verses of Allah that I recited. We hope this will be benefit for us, and we close with dua. Rabbana innana amana faghfir lana dunubana wa qina adzabannar. Rabbana wadkhilna jannati adn wa abaina wajwajina wa dhurriyyatina innaka antal azizul hakim. Thanks for watching this recitation of these verses of Allah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.